6:30, District Attorney Summer Stephan testified in our nation's capital this week.
Yeah, she talked about the dangers of organized retail crime, and she joins us here in studio this morning to talk about this bill that she is urging Congress to pass. First, though, before we get to your interview, Summer, we want to run a little bit of what happened when you testified in Congress. Take a look here.
I can cite you multiple cases, Senator, where this same group that we were able to hold accountable in San Diego went to Chicago, Illinois, did damage, went to the state of Washington, did damage, and we finally caught them. We're unable to prosecute them for those out of state crimes, but we were able to join our California crimes together. But we didn't have any kind of alert or information, data sharing about what to look for, what is the profile, what's coming our way.
I want to talk more about that bill in just a moment, but first, that and being there. What was that experience like?
It was really a highlight for a career. Walking up to the Senate, you know, this is our big branch of government, and being able to represent San Diego. You know how much I love San Diego and how much we come together to fight crime. Being able to bring that model of working together in a bipartisan way and making sure that we get things done to have our community be safe. I felt really proud to represent my office and our community, but I just felt proud being there. I had goosebumps, actually.
Organized retail crime. Talk to us a little bit about that crime here in San Diego and what this bill would do.
This bill is very important. It's the Combating Organized Retail Crime Act. And what it would do is it would give us a task force that would allow federal, state, and locals to work on this big problem that is transnational crime, organized crime, that's affecting our small and large businesses and affecting our residences. We've had over 100 residential burglaries committed by the same group that has traveled across the United States. Commercial burglaries. This is billions of losses, but what I focused on in my testimony is that this is a lot more than economic loss. When you walk into a store, the employees now are looking over their shoulder. They don't know what's coming. There's a feeling that something's gonna happen. Is a crew gonna come in and, like, you know, at Nordstrom, it takes 77 designer bags, or at Sunglass Hut with hundreds of sunglasses. Of course, no one needs, this is not a crime of necessity. This is organized for resale both here in the United States, but also internationally. So we've done a good job of making San Diego not a welcome place for these transnational groups. We fought, we prosecuted, but like in my testimony, we could have gotten an alert as to the trends if we had a national data center that allowed us to work together, because the same groups are hitting other states. But we're sitting ducks, it happens, and then we link it to what happened in the other states.
Is that what the bill is, to create this type of communication or organization?
Exactly. So we have that for fentanyl, for example. We work through the DEA to center our fentanyl fight, which is working. We've been able to drop our fentanyl overdoses by over 30%. You need, when you have a big problem, you need big solutions that join all our resources together. So this is a no-brainer. This isn't localized. You know, it's not local crime. It's not just like one or two people coming in. This is big organizations at different levels that are committing these crimes.
One of the things that through our reporting that we've seen is that a lot of times the suspects in these retail crimes, they get arrested, but then they're back out on the streets. That's a problem here in the state of California. Is that why you're going to, on more of a federal level? Can you talk to us about what's happening in our state that is allowing these suspects to just, in some cases, not even get arrested, just be cited or detained?
Well, it's very interesting because we separate in our law economic crime versus violent crime. The problem is in organized theft, it can turn violent. I mean, there was an employee at a big box store that was murdered because he tried to stop the group. So I view everything as intersecting. Crime that's organized is something that we have to stop, but when it comes to our bail, they usually bail out because it's considered an economic crime. And sometimes we get them from other states that have similar laws, like this big group that did a ton of burglaries. They were already out on bail in Chicago, and they had the audacity to then come to California while out on bail to commit more damage in our, but fortunately, you know, we went to trial, they were convicted, and now they're serving the time.
Over the years, you've been on the show many times. We've talked about this and we've showed video, which is just heartbreaking and devastating to know that this is happening in the community. As time has gone by, Summer, have you noticed that it's gone down a little bit here in San Diego, or is it increasing?
You know, so far this year, we're starting to see a downward trend. And, you know, you need a longer time to measure that, but part of that is the implementation of Prop 36. Because what happens, the way organized crime is set up is you have the booster level. That's the ground level that comes in and steals, but they're stealing according to orders, a shopping list that's been given to them by the fence and by the higher level criminals. They're not just randomly picking up items, they're picking up a certain tool, a certain type of jeans, a certain bag, and they're for resale or makeup. $700,000 worth of Ulta makeup that's all being set up online or sent overseas to be resold. Big, big business. So being able to get to the booster level and then do the investigations to lead to the fence and beyond has been very helpful in really beginning to, I went to a store the other day and they're just beginning to unlock certain products.
Wow. Oh, I bet.
And that's a huge sign of public safety.
So for many of these retail stores or companies, they don't even allow their employees anymore to go after or to do anything when there is a crime being committed because so many of these situations have turned violent. So you're saying at the end of the day here that Prop 36, the hope is that Prop 36 will in fact help curb this type of crime?
We're already seeing that. Very interesting. We have a higher number of Prop 36 cases, but overall a lower number of crime because crime intersects. And so we're starting to see, you know, I need a year's worth at 6-month mark, you really need a year's worth of data. But as we know with big organized crime problems, whether it's fentanyl, human trafficking, you need every level, federal, state, local, because the crime is not just local. It crosses international, it crosses state lines, county lines. And so Prop 36 is bringing a part of a solution, but my testimony about the Combating Organized Crime bill was to bring a more unified front to really smartly, strategically attack this problem.
Well, we appreciate you, District Attorney Summer Stephan, for coming in and talking to us, and hopefully there'll be one day where we're not going to talk about this anymore.
That's the hope, right?
My pleasure. Exactly.
Thank you, Attorney Stephan. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's get you over to